Now in this special edition of 4 News Now, for the first time in more than 15 years, the race for sheriff is on. We'll explain everything you need to know before casting your vote.
You'll want to wait a little longer to break out the jackets as we could hit record high temperatures tomorrow. I'll let you know how hot it's going to get in the First Alert forecast.
Changes are coming to Washington's largest homeless encampment. Why WashDOT says this fence will keep the community and people living at Camp Hope safe. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now.
The Cowboys handed the Giants their first loss of the season at home, 23-16. They now return to Dallas to take on the Washington Commanders in Dallas this Sunday. Well, changes are on the horizon for people living at Camp Hope and those living nearby as well. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Our Emily Bloom explains how this could impact the surrounding areas.
This DOT land has become a source of contention among the city, state, and county. Today, we're hearing that fencing is going to be going up in a matter of days, and right along with that, enforcements on when those campers can come and go. We're told by Julie Garcia, Executive Director of Jules Helping Hands, that the fence will go up this week. They're hoping that happens on Wednesday. The fence will have one secured point of entry, and a curfew will be set up on when these campers can come and go, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Unless a camper has a work release, if they leave the camp between these hours, they won't be allowed back in. Garcia believes this could make a big difference for the neighbors in surrounding areas.
It also helps with the optic of the neighborhood. If this camp is what they say is the crime in this neighborhood, this should mitigate most of that.
Meanwhile, they're also working with the campers to get them housing ready. They've set up a process to streamline getting them social security cards, IDs, and birth certificates. They'll also be offering classes on responsible renting, employment, money management, and more. Garcia expects they'll lose about 10% of that camp when those enforcements go into place. Reporting in Spokane, Emily Bloom, 4 News Now.
It's the first full week of fall. It sure doesn't feel like it, though.
No, it does not. We could see some record-breaking temperatures tomorrow. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see how long the heat's going to last.
Just one day. And then we are going to be back to more fall-like weather. Our high for tomorrow, 89 degrees. Our record for tomorrow, 87. That record set back in 1967. The average high right now is 69. So we are well off the map with our highs today, 85 in Spokane. Our high for today is also 87. So not quite a record, but 80s throughout the entire region for our high temperatures today. Right now, it's 67 in downtown, 73 out at the airport, 59 in Deer Park. Our overnight lows tonight will be bottoming out in the upper 40s and lower 50s. As we take a look around the region, it is 59 in Colville, 58 degrees in Winthrop right now, but still in the 70s for Moses Lake and Lewiston. In your forecast for tomorrow, after a morning low in the lower 50s, will be 55 at 8 o'clock with mostly sunny skies, heading to a high of 89 degrees, 20 degrees above average. We are going to be cooling down quickly in the forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Well, if you filled your gas tank lately, you may have noticed prices at the pump are going up again.
Yeah, the prices just keep inching up and up and up. It's hard to watch, and they're getting closer to $5. People in the inland Northwest are definitely taking notice. Our Rania Kaur is in studio tonight. And Rania, what's fueling these rising gas prices again?
Well, Aaron, Kirsten, the average price for a gallon of regular gas this week in Spokane County is $4.58. Statewide, that number is significantly higher at $4.92. Just a week ago, Spokane County was averaging about $4.34, statewide $4.63. That's the difference of about a quarter. I talked with people at the 7-Eleven on 2nd and Division, and they are definitely noticing.
I think it's uncalled for myself. We shouldn't have to pay that much for gas. You know, we got plenty of oil and here in the United States. You know, so break loose some of them oil rigs and drop the price for us common people.
In Idaho, the price does drop significantly. Kootenai County's average is just $4.34 in comparison to Spokane's $4.58. Coming up tonight on Nightside, what AAA says is the reason Washington is seeing high gas prices. That's at 11. In studio tonight, I'm Rania Kaur, 4 News Now. We'll be right back.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app. 4 News Now is brought to you by Colville Toyota.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Anidas 10 years ago. He didn't have bad credit, but he just had no credit to begin with. I took the time to really go over some options with him. Fast forward 10 years down the road, he's got his business account with Numerica, and he's looking to buy his second home also with Numerica.
Ooh, the DQ chicken strip basket? Yes, please. I want in on that. Oh, that house-made Hidden Valley Ranch is for all the dips. Plus fries, Texas toast, and, you guessed it, DQ chicken strips. Mmm, so good. Let's go, right now. Or let's get delivery at DQ.com. DQ, happy tastes good.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, we know that a Native American child's future depends on a strong foundation.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, they care for the kids.
Our students come from many places, seeking a good education, a safe place to learn, and Native American values that enrich their lives.
It's on us to teach our younger generations, our children.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, children get their best chance to succeed in life.
I like being here because I live and learn at St. Joseph's. When I'm here, I feel like I'm home.
Our children are our greatest endeavor. By investing in their education, we honor their past and secure their future. To learn more, go to stjo.org today.
Bring them on. If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. A place as spectacular as, well, me.
I think we might know a place, right, guys?
Bring your friends. Oh, wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA, 7A, every day. Boom, boom, boom.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Robin. Good morning, America. How are you?
Boom. Now that's how you start your day, people.
Election day is just 43 days away, and local races are heating up. For the first time in 16 years, Spokane County will have a new sheriff. 2 candidates are facing off to replace Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich.
Rising crime in the community and homelessness are some of their top priorities. Both candidates are Republicans with extensive law enforcement backgrounds. Esther Bauer breaks down who's in the race for sheriff.
These are the 2 candidates vying for your vote. John Knowles is the current undersheriff, and Wade Nelson is a retired detective.
That's just about as much as I can give you.
Both worked closely with current Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich over the years, but only Knowles received his endorsement. Knowles has raised over $71,000, and Nelson's raised about half of that, just over $32,000. On their websites, rising crime rates, an understaffed agency, and homelessness are some of their top priorities.
This protest is about to end.
Knezovich recently unveiled a new plan to clear Camp Hope in a matter of weeks. Whoever is elected will deal with the aftermath of that choice. We're asking each candidate how they would deal with Camp Hope. People are also telling us they're interested in Second Amendment rights, red flag laws, as well as controversial comments they've made in the past, and how they plan to keep your family safe. The election is just 43 days away, and your vote will help decide Spokane County's new sheriff. Tomorrow, you'll meet the candidates and see their vision for the position. Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.
More people in Spokane means some redistricting changes are on the way. You have about a week to let Spokane's redistricting board know your thoughts about adjustments to city districts. These changes are being made to keep up with data collected in the 2020 census. The population grew just a little over 20,000 from 2010 to 2020. And this doesn't add more council members to represent your district. And the board says most people won't be moved into a different voting district. Right now, there are 3 neighborhood councils, East Central, Riverside, and West Hills. Those are split between council districts, but one proposed map makes it so that they are not divided. 2 maps make adjustments near the East Central and Sprague Avenue border. The other map dips down into Lata Valley, and this moves District 2 people into District 3.
Would really invite the public to give us some feedback on whether you like the idea of each neighborhood council not being split. That's really the big choice, I think, that's out there for the bulk of the city.
The redistricting board is having a town hall meeting next Tuesday. They'll take up public comment then, and the city's survey to share your thoughts on the maps is available until Sunday. You can head over to KXLY.com for a link to that survey. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Back by popular demand. When you shop Furniture Row, you pay what we pay. That's right. For a limited time, our employee pricing is available to everyone. Get 15% off any single item when you spend $9.99 or more. That means you can save big on that perfect sofa, dining table, bed, or Denver Mattress brand mattress.
Our discount is your discount.
Plus 4 years, no interest. And check out special purchases while they last. But hurry, employee pricing at Furniture Row ends soon.
If you have a vehicle you no longer need, you can give it new purpose through Union Gospel Mission. Simply go to ugmmotors.org or call 509-327-HELP to schedule a pickup. Your donation gives people like Tyler food, shelter, job training, and the opportunity for a whole new life. Be a driver of change. Donate your vehicle to Union Gospel Mission.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2022 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2022 Nissan Rogue. Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on 10 models, like Rogue, with best-in-class fuel economy.
Mr. World knows if you want new glasses at maximum velocity, you don't have to go to extremes. You just have to go to Eyeglass World. Other places fall flat with sluggish tempos, but Eyeglass World's in-store labs keep things upbeat, helping you score custom-made glasses the same day. And how's this for an encore? You can get 2 pairs for $89. So schedule your eye exam online today at eyeglassworld.com, the world's best way to buy glasses.
Tell me the whole story.
I'm on my way. I'm a private investigator. Why do I get the feeling there's more to this story? Oh, don't worry. I have a plan.
All the pieces go together. Book 'em.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Wigs.
Mostly clear skies tonight, 51 for an overnight low. Is beautiful evening. Tomorrow, high of 89 degrees. That's 20 degrees above average. That would be a new record, previous record, or the current record, I should say, 87. Winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Area of low pressure to our north. That is passing by with barely any notice. The next one, however, is another story. Here's Tuesday at 5 o'clock. We're going to be in a southwesterly flow, bringing those temperatures up toward 90 degrees. Then this system comes in for Wednesday. It's going to bring an increase in clouds, cool things down a little bit with those clouds, but about 10 degrees, 79. That's still 10 degrees above average. Then the showers should come in late in the day. Right now it looks like late afternoon at the earliest, more likely Wednesday night into a showery Thursday, and then things cool down even more for Thursday. Here's a look at your temperature trend over the next 7 days. We have quite a drop from 89 on Tuesday to 67 on Thursday, but then our temperatures start moving back up again for a very nice weekend. Above average temperatures, but not quite the heat wave that we have going on for tomorrow. And we're going to keep the sunshine going as well. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain the middle of the week. Overnight lows tonight will be in the 40s and 50s around the region. High temperatures tomorrow, 80s throughout the region. We have 91, however, in Grand Coulee, also in the 90s in Lewiston, and right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. There will certainly be pockets where you may get into the lower 90s in Spokane Valley, Liberty Lake, possibly Deer Park, the 9 Mile area, all looking at the potential of 90-degree weather. Cooling down for Wednesday, high of 78, even cooler Thursday. Chance of showers each day, but again, the best chance of rain will be overnight Wednesday into Thursday. And then a blue ribbon for this forecast for the weekend. 70s and sunshine, Aaron.
Oh, looks nice. Thank you, Chris. Well, September's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. At Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, they spend this month honoring the pediatric patients with cancer and their families.
Cancer is the leading cause of death by disease for children, and more than 43 children in the U.S. are diagnosed with cancer every day. In this month's Miracle Monday, Emily Bloom introduces us to one local boy who is now celebrating 2 years cancer-free.
In 2018, Michael Jordan was diagnosed with acute myeloblastic leukemia. This is a cancer of the blood and the bone marrow. September is a special time for him and his family, not just because it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, but also because it marks another year he's cancer-free.
For him, we try to focus on the fact that he had transplant and now he's cancer-free.
For Michael Jordan and Anna Crecilius, this month marks a happy milestone, but it took them some time to get here.
Back in 2018, Michael was bruising quite a bit, getting really large bruises over just barely any impact. Took him to the doctor and got blood work done, found out that his platelets were extremely low. We were sent here to Providence, and within 48 hours, we had diagnosis of AML leukemia.
This cancer, acute myeloblastic leukemia, is a family cancer, and his grandmother was diagnosed the same year.
They wanted to get him directly into transplant, which we did within 5 months. And after transplant, he was considered without any more leukemia.
Between the chemo and that transplant, it worked.
We have been in remission ever since, huh? Yes.
Despite overcoming the challenge of a lifetime, he has some fond memories of his time spent at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital.
Build some Lego sets and playing a little bit of video games and watching TV. And also those like football players came in my room.
Yep, the Big Sky, a bunch of the Big Sky football players came and filled his room. Yes.
These days, he's back to school, football practice, and chores.
I'm happy to be just a kid again.
And he's grateful for the care that helped him get to this point.
I'm proud that I beat cancer.
Thank you, I love you.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't wait to open everything. Thank you.
Michael tells us he's thankful for all the doctors and nurses who helped him get better. If you'd like to support the Children's Miracle Network, you can find the donation page under this story on KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Emily Bloom for News Now.
$400 billion. That's how much the Congressional Budget Office now says President Biden's student loan forgiveness will cost the U.S. government over the next 30 years. President Biden's plan forgives $10,000 in federal student loans for people who earn less than $125,000 a year. People who also received federal Pell Grants are eligible for up to $20,000 in debt forgiveness. The Department of Education plans to release applications for the program next month. White House officials say that more than 40 million people are expected to apply to be eligible for forgiveness. With more than 420,000 Washingtonians and almost 145,000 Idahoans eligible for at least $20,000 in forgiveness. It's been 12 days since a car crash sent 2 Chattaroy teenagers to the hospital, where one of them later died.
The crash sent shock waves through the community, and they are now standing by the families impacted and doing what they can to give back. KXLY's Jordan Smith joins us from Chattaroy with more information.
Well, the Chattaroy community is still reeling after that devastating crash involving those 2 teenagers just 12 days ago. But the community is now standing together, hoping to assist those families in any way possible. And it's starting right here at this restaurant behind me.
You can just feel the heaviness in the air.
It was a moment that froze time in Chattaroy after 2 teenagers were life-flighted to the hospital following a serious car crash. One of them later passing away.
I've lost a child. I know what that feels like. That pain is something that it never goes away.
With medical expenses piling up on top of an impossible amount of grief to navigate through, the community is standing by the families who have been impacted. Gina Lisea wasted no time in brainstorming ideas.
I felt like, why not allow us to lift them up, walk alongside with them as they're going through the hardest thing they've ever gone through.
As a result, Gina helped organize a community-wide fundraiser event tomorrow night at her restaurant.
Our goal is to take as much of the financial burden off of the family's shoulders that they may be facing at this time.
They're hosting a taco fundraiser where people will be treated with a taco and some delicious sides alongside the great company of their neighbors. There's also a raffle featuring items contributed by local businesses. So far, 25 have either donated items to be raffled off or money to give directly to the families.
It was an immediate, what can I do to help? How can I help? Just in 2 days, we raised over $800 of people coming in saying, I can't be here in person. I have no other way to help out here. Please take this and provide it to the families.
100% of the proceeds going straight to the families who have been impacted. And it's just a great gesture by this community to help these families navigate during these impossibly challenging times. They tell me this event is tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m. It's $10 for a plate, but if you can't make it, they do have a GoFundMe page set up. We'll have a link to that on our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in Chattaroy tonight, I'm Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Well, these smelly creatures could soon become more common in the inland Northwest because of climate change. According to a new study, changing weather could increase the suitable habitat for the brown stink bug in the U.S. by 70%. The stink bug can usually be found in gardens and is known to feast on 170 different plants. They also like to make their way into people's homes in the winter to avoid the cold. Researchers say rising temperatures will allow the bug to thrive in new locations, including in California and parts of Idaho. In some states, including Washington, officials are using a natural predator, samurai wasps, to try and cut down on their numbers. And the way that works is the wasps will lay their own eggs inside of stink bug eggs. And this not only destroys the affected eggs, but also when the wasp larvae hatch, they eat the developing stink bugs. We'll be right back after the break.